Welcome to episode 2 of the Groundhopping podcast. We've talked about the worst grounds before that we visited, but today we're going to be focusing on the best that we've been visiting. Today I'm joined again with Billy.
Hello everyone.
At West Yorkshire NL, and Jordan from the FBL 72.
Hello.
And that's at Rushy_sport on Twitter. We'll also have a special guest, Caleb Elliott, the Groundhopper. So Jordan, first of all, what are the best grounds you visited?
I'd say the first one I'm going to mention is definitely New Wembley. Obviously I've been for a playoff final, so obviously that's always going to be a good atmosphere there, and I think it's Wembley for the playoff finals is a very good occasion. You've got like 20,000-30,000 fans of like lower league clubs who wouldn't normally get that attendance. They're all able to both go to Wembley, so I think New Wembley, very good ground for, especially for lower league club fans. I'd say in terms of me personally going away to grounds, I've enjoyed going to Huddersfield. Packing it out Huddersfield, like you can get like 3,000-4,000 fans in the away end. It's always a good atmosphere. And since Huddersfield have come up to the Premier League, their home atmosphere has been one of the best in the league as well.
It's like a German style atmosphere, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Good.
They got the singing section behind the goal, like where the away fans are in the same stand as well. So that stand always generates a really good atmosphere.
When I went to Huddersfield, that's another one I was going to say. When I went to Huddersfield, they just secured survival. Like their win was basically they're staying up, so it's really good. But not a good day for me, obviously, because we lost 1-0. So.
Another one on the similar lines of that, I'd say Wigan. Again, that's the away stand at Wigan. If you can fill that out, it generates a really good atmosphere. The way it's been designed and things, the atmosphere stays in with like the low roof and things like that. So Wigan's a good one for away fans. The only thing I would say about that ground though is like it's very rarely full in terms of the home ends are very rarely full. So the home fans normally get outsung by the away fans, but for away fans, I'd say it's a good ground to visit.
And what about some lower level teams then? In terms of grounds that you visited?
At lower level grounds, I'd say Harrogate Town. That's very good for the level it's at for conference, considering they've literally only just come up to the conference as well. So they've been in non-league North and things like that. So I think Harrogate's is really good. The facilities are very good. It's got like the bar. The bar's really nice, isn't it?
I'll plug the little article in now. We visited, both of us went to Harrogate Town for non-league day. There's an article and a video on the website about it, and yeah, the facilities are great. It's in a very picturesque place. Harrogate's really nice.
I like it, yeah.
The fans, although on the day they weren't that loud, but we have heard from various people. Bill, you said yourself the fans are quite noisy there normally.
The game I went to finished like 4-3, and I think they were like 3-2 up in like the 90th minute, and then Tamworth came back and won 4-3. So it was. I enjoyed it when I went. I thought they were quite. I stood behind the goal for the second half, and they were quite noisy, to be fair. So I liked it. I agree with you. It's really good for the level.
Yeah, the staff were friendly
nice people,
as well.
Yeah,
well
nice area.
Yeah.
Another non-league one I'd say as well. I'd say Halifax for the level. I think Halifax is a really good ground. It's one of them old school traditional grounds, but in terms of its size and things, it's very big for like a National League team. And if you can fill that out, I suppose if Halifax were to get a few more promotions, get into the Football League, and they filled that out, I think that'd be generating good atmosphere.
Because they had like 8,000 fans, didn't they, coming up from the Conference North, and it was a real loud atmosphere. Like there used to be all grass banking as well at the Shade, didn't it? That's a bit before my time. But there's the new main stand. So Bill, moving on to you, what are the best grounds you visited? When you've
I was going
been
to say Harrogate. That was really nice, like you've all mentioned, a really good stuff like that. Another one was FC United of Manchester. I went there when I was in first year of uni, so a couple of years ago now. Went with my good friend Jack. We went against Salford because the train you need to get to where the ground was like from Leeds. It was like a 5 return, so we thought why not? And it was a derby, so obviously Salford. I was behind the goal where like in the terrace. It was just really good. Like I don't know why. I really enjoyed the ground. The people were friendly there, and the underneath at the bar, it was like £2 for like a bottle of cider. So it was
stuff.
Reasonable price for booze.
I was going to say as well, for like a lot of the grounds, like price does come into it when you ground up.
100%. You need to.
I'd say the grounds we've mentioned already, the ticket price aren't bad. I mean, I can't remember how much was it. A tenner for us at Harrogate. Or something like that.
It was around a tenner,
which is like people look at the level, but I think that's very reasonably priced, especially considering the facilities.
And also, it's bit at FC United Manchester. In the terracing, it was like not terracing, the bar bit, the concourse. It was like carpet, I think. It was really weird, but no, it was good. That was a good day. I really enjoyed it, even though they lost 3-0. But it was a good atmosphere. The Samuel game, it was good day out. Other ones, Jordan said Huddersfield was a was a good ground to go to. Nice ground, not far from the train station as well.
About down south where you're from, Bill.
Portsmouth is good.
Yeah.
I went there in the summer, just gone. We went at Portsmouth, Plymouth, but we ended up in the Plymouth end because we couldn't get a ticket for the Portsmouth end. Just because I was down there for the weekend, and that was a really good ground. Portsmouth fans are really good at home.
Yeah.
You got that geezer at the back with the bell.
Yeah.
They won 3-0.
Is it easy to get to as well, the ground?
From Portsmouth, you have to go get the train to Fratton, which is
Yeah.
only a couple quid on the train, and about a 10-minute train journey. But then walking from Fratton, it's about 5-10 minutes. So it's not far at all from there.
Yeah, so it's quite convenient.
It's not a bad ground to get to, but it's not the nicest of areas, Fratton. But the ground itself is really old. I like the old school ground. I like Bournemouth as well. I've been there like twice, I think. That's quite a unique ground, and it's quite good. The National League. One of my mates is a season ticket holder there.
Yeah.
And when he goes in the bar afterwards, all the players come in for like a drink, so they chat to the fans. I think that's quite a good relationship to have. So that's a nice ground as well. They've got quite a newish stand which is built at the side, which was really nice. Shock West Brom.
We have this ongoing joke that Billy mentions West Brom a lot. That's why
That's a great way, because it's easy to get to, because obviously the Midlands. It's not the trickiest of places to get to.
It's just off the motorway as well.
It's not far at all. You've got to go into Birmingham for a drink before, which is good. And then all you have to do is just catch a short train from Birmingham Snow Hill, go straight to the Hawthorns, and literally it's like you can't station you there at the ground. Nice little Mackies as well, isn't there, Jordan, that we mentioned yesterday? Outside
and
the
I
Hawthorns.
imagine like most modern grounds, the facilities are good and everything.
Yeah,
and
it's really, the concourse is really nice at West Brom, and the ground. And to be fair, they've got one of a really good atmosphere there.
Yeah.
Up in the corner behind their guy next to Waver, and they've got like a bit of singing bit, and that is really loud when I've been. It's been their ground. It's good support there, and they always. Like obviously we watched them on telly the other night. Was it last night we watched them? Yeah. They obviously they didn't fill it, but when I've been, they filled. It's been full.
But it still sounded like a good atmosphere as well.
Yeah,
Anyway,
no, it was good.
Sparse.
I'm trying to think what other ones. Fulham's quite alright.
Well, I imagine
like
as well
Fulham.
because it's one of them unique grounds. What with the cottage in the corner and it's next to the river.
It's right. I've been on a Friday night and it was really good. I
suppose if you're ground hopping, a neutral section is perfect if you're not really a fan of other teams.
I never went in that bit. I was in the actual way in, but like if you can't get a ticket, people just go to the neutral bit, which I think is okay for grounds to have, but it depends where you have them.
Yeah.
And what games you have.
I do think it's strange, but like I said, it suits if you're ground hopping in.
Yeah, definitely.
So now we're going to hear from Calum Elliott. He's a ground hopper.
I'd say the best ground that I've ever been to is Upton Park, because it's one of those old school grounds that as fans we're never going to get again, and I'm so happy that I got to go more than once, and it was definitely a great experience at Upton Park, especially on the night game. Upton Park on the night day was loud and it was rocking, and definitely a ground that I'm glad to say that I've been to before it closed and got demolished.
And what about in terms of lower league grounds?
I'd say the best lower league club grounds that I've ever been to, there's two that come to mind. I think of Charlton, the Valley. That was a very good one. I really liked the Valley. Maybe because the Valley really shouldn't be, it's not an actual lower league ground. It's way above what it actually is. But then also another one I liked was Dulwich Hamlet in the National League South. I really liked their ground, Champion Hill. It was just like I liked the whole layout of it, and also the fact that they have this really nice area where all their fans go to sing. So overall, I those are the two that come to my mind.
And what do you enjoy about ground hopping?
What I enjoy most about ground hopping is probably the adventure, but also meeting up and talking to other ground hoppers, because they love football as much as you do, and also you get to make cool friends with them. Also, the adventure, travelling to parts of the UK that you may have never gone to because of ground hopping, which is always good. But also, it's good to do things with your mates as well on the weekend. But overall, ground hopping is definitely something I don't regret doing.
Thanks a lot for your time, Calum. Calum's Twitter will be in the text underneath the podcast. One of the best grounds I've been to very recently as well, I've been a couple of times, is the Etihad Stadium, Manchester City, just because the facilities are amazing. A lot of people slate the atmosphere there. I've been before with Swansea and I've been with my club Rotherham. And even though I was with Rotherham and, we were the minnow club, there was a decent atmosphere there. Quite a lot of the fans backed the team and there weren't actually that many empty seats. It's labelled the empty had by some people. Yeah, the atmosphere's generally been good when I've been there. You've been as well, haven't you, Bill, to the Etihad?
That when I went, I agree. It was really good. I've been once in the FA Cup. We're 2-0 up at half time when we was in the Championship. We lost 4-2 in the end. But I can't remember. It was quite a good few years ago. I can't remember their atmosphere.
Yeah, the tickets as well come into it because they're not very expensive, and especially to watch a Premier League game of football, you're talking Man City, one of the best teams in the country as well. And I like the roof of the stadium, all the metalwork on that's quite unique.
Yeah, it's
not your standard bowl ground in that sense. And there's loads of stuff to do outside post-match. There's a little stage and a fan area and the club shop. And there are various food outlets there, but you might need a mortgage for those.
Have you been, Jordan?
Yeah, I think the advantage that the Etihad's got as well, especially over Old Trafford, is that Old Trafford's based in Salford, so whereas when you go to the Etihad, you're right in the city, so you can go
There's
out
plenty
after
of pubs,
the game and things like that, so that's an advantage it has over Old Trafford.
Oh yeah, when you go to Old Trafford, I've been twice now. No, 3 times I've been. You have to get a tram. That's a bit of a nightmare. Whereas the Etihad, I've looked, so I'm going there next month. It's literally I've looked at most 20-minute walk away, which, and that's before Harrogate as well, but it's walkable. So, whereas if you wanted to walk to Man United, it takes about an hour and a half maybe. It's quite far out of the city, as Jordan said. But I don't mind Old Trafford. It's not as good, got a good atmosphere as people say it has.
I've enjoyed Peterborough away when I've been there. Peterborough's quite a nice little place. The ground's in the city centre. There's that boat pub there. There's loads of pubs in the town centre, although when I went there I apparently found the most expensive one, which was for £5 a pint. But yeah, the atmosphere is generally quite good there. The home fans get behind the team as well. And the seats in the away stand are wooden, but it's unique again. That's what I say. A lot of things make up a good day in Groundhopping. It wasn't too expensive, and it's a nice little ground. Finally, the other ground I will say, I'll say half enjoy going to as a Rotherham fan, is Ellen Road, purely because the atmosphere there is immense. It's really good, especially with them doing so well this season. The atmosphere at Ellen Road's great. It's not too far out of the city centre. It's like a £6 taxi, so you are able to have a few sups in town as well.
I've been there once, but I was in the media bit for that. There's also a bus that goes from the city centre, like a shuttle bus.
Yeah, that's £2 that I think as well. That's only £2.
But I can imagine the traffic out of there on a match day is a bit of a nightmare.
The traffic is horrendous.
I've never been for actually away support, but yeah.
Yeah, they are a noisy like Leeds. So thanks a lot for joining us for episode 2 of the Groundhopping Hub podcast. Be sure to follow us on Twitter @_groundhopping. Thanks for joining me, lads.
No worries.
And remember, keep an eye on our website, www.thegroundhoppinghub.co.uk.